After a stint with the national team, the Phenom Kiefer Ravena is also back in the PBA. And yes, he returned with a bang as he led NLEX to a conference opening win over Phoenix. And the Phenom joins us live here in the studio. Hello, bro.
Coach Mix, how
How's
are
that?
you? Good.
Good. I like that you're smiling. Why shouldn't you smile? You're coming off a 20.9 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steal game. Not bad.
Not bad. hopefully it was
Standards
not bad.
ko. Not bad for your first game back
game
in
back.
the PBA. I'm sure you're not surprised. And that's, hindi sa parang pinipili kitang magyabang. But in terms of your expectations of yourself, siguro naman ito yung in-expect mo talaga.
I was forcing myself to really play well. It was coming off the World Cup and a lot of experience from there, a lot of lessons learned, and bringing it to NLEX, it was really exciting for me as well to share my knowledge that I've learned all throughout the experience in China, and finally being back in the PBA and sharing my talents with the team is just fun for me, especially nanalo pa.
It must be fun. At least paglaro mo sa PBA, wala nang Gallinari,
wala
nang Jokic.
Wala nang ganun.
Wala nang mga ganun.
It helped me na nahasa ka sa ganung competition to join PBA. Hindi din naman biro yung competition in the PBA.
For sure, yes. Okay, total, ikaw na nag-bring up ng mga natutunan mo sa World Cup. Would it be correct to say na parang painful lesson siya?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
for sure. It's something that really stuck to us and really parang painful talaga kasi we never expected it to be that bad. We knew it was going to be a tough grind. We knew it's going to be there will be games na we wouldn't be at our best, but it wasn't as like it happened in China. So, but I guess there are a lot of lessons to be picked from that experience. It just so happened it's our team, yung nandun kami. But in the preparation for the next World Cup, sobrang open kami lahat to help out in whatever way we can.
To do it again, makabawi,
Exactly,
in
yes.
whatever way.
Whatever.
I have a curious question. Ano yung mas mahirap? Yung naglalaro ka, you're in the game, you're down by so much, na parang feeling mo, never pa nangyari sa iyo to na yung ganito kalaki yung tambak sa iyo, di ba? As elite basketball players of the Philippines. Or yung after the game, at ang dami mong maririnig, whether or not nagbasa ka, may nakaabot na, na kumbaga, kabundok na batikos,
yes.
no? From just passionate
yeah.
basketball fans. Ano yung mas masakit, mas mahirap?
Actually, siguro mas mahirap yung the latter. Mas mahirap yung after ng game kasi especially with passionate, passionate Filipino fans or really wanting the best for the country. And we don't blame them. Kami nga parang natutulala na lang kami minsan parang bakit ganun nangyari nung time na yon. And siguro mas malala lang in a way or mas mabigat lang sa amin kasi parang down na yung team na natambakan ka na ng ganung kalaki tapos you'll hear different comments pa, painful comments, to people that saying that we don't even belong there, we don't deserve the spot of being in the World Cup. But it's their opinion. It's been there forever. And we're not the first ones to receive such advice from
quote-unquote advice.
certain people. So, some people have it worse. But, the important thing for us is the team pa rin. Yung moral ng team, hindi dapat bumababa. Kahit ganun ang nangyayari, you just have to, move on and following. Kahit mahirap sabihin, you just move on and go on to the next game.
When you were playing your first game, so on your way to scoring 29 and 9, 7 and 3, bumabalik sa isip mo yung parang kailangan makabawi ako, kailangan bumawi ako dun sa performance ko sa World Cup?
Well, siguro nandun siya on the side. Pero I think siguro is ako yung, especially nung first game ko against Phoenix, ang pinakaisip ko talaga makapanalo lang ako ng isa kasi dun walang pinanalo Manalo lang ako ng isa para at least kahit papano tanggal na yung iniisip ko na yung losing streak. So yun naman ang nangyari, and more than that, siguro may motivation din na pagbalik namin ng PBA, all the people from the World Cup really played well. CJ, Robert, sina Gabe, sila Bo, na pagdating ng World Cup, pagsalang ka agad sa PBA, talagang nakatulong ka agad sa team. That's also motivation for me to perform for my team.
If let's say kunyari, itong unang conference mo back, and you play so well, mag-average ka ng ganyan. Ganito yung average mo, 29.7, di ba? Why not? Di ba? Why not? I'm not trying to make it unreasonable for you. Pero bakit hindi, di ba?
Yeah.
Let's say you do it. You do it. Solid averages for your first conference back. Sa palagay mo ba yung online batikos mababawasan? Like, will they say, ang galing pa rin talaga ni Kiefer. Ano pala, talagang hirap lang talaga dun sa World Cup.
Well, siguro that's the least that I'm gonna think about in trying to get those numbers. Siguro for me is just about getting back on the right track on playing to the PBA. Using that World Cup motivation to, we're hindi masyado maganda yung performance ng NLEX the past couple of conferences, past year to be honest. So we're really desperate in making it back to the right track and making it to the quarterfinals, first step, then make it to the semis, hopefully the finals, and eventually the championship. But it's going to be tough. But if I have to average those numbers to be able to reach or just be competitive with our goal, gagawin ko yun. And if the online people lessen, that's good for me. If it doesn't, they're just going to be there as fuel for me to prove even them wrong na gagalingan ko palalo para mabawasan hanggang sa mawala na. Nandiyan na yan, hindi na natin matatanggal yung coach. So, you have to work with what you have.
You mentioned earlier na parang this is part of the moving on process. So, my question is, naka-move on ka na ba from the World Cup experience at talagang 100% focus ka na sa PBA or is it an ongoing therapeutic process?
It's still there. I'd say I'd moved on, pero it's still there. Lalo na magkasama kami kagabi ni Bo, pati ni Paul. Good friends. Bo actually came from the taping and then we had dinner, talked about our experiences in the World Cup. Of course, Bo wasn't there in China. Yun lang. Kahit nga si Bo na hindi nakapaglaro dun sa China really felt for us. So it just gets to show how difficult it is for us na naglaro dun and how it is that we carried it on back here sa Philippines na mabigat talaga na hindi namin napasaya yung mga Pinoy. Mabigat talaga para sa amin. So hopefully they'd understand, and now with the PBA ongoing, of course our priority is our mother teams. We have to shift that right away as professionals and think about what's best for our respective teams.
Okay, speaking of shift, we will shift our discussion. Let's talk about the UAAP because when we return, the Ateneo Blue Eagles remain spotless while the NU Bulldogs get a huge burden off their backs. Kiefer Ravena will help us talk about the UAAP when the score returns.